My morning routine has totally changed my life and it's provided so much momentum going into work and investments and different things. So here's the 7 things that I do every single day. The first is sleep. Waking up early really starts the night before by going to bed on time and getting the proper amount of sleep. Number 2 is waking up early. Get up early before everything gets crazy and it's chaotic and you're in the workflow and you're getting calls and texts. Get up early when it's really quiet and invest in yourself. Number 3 is gratitude. This could be a gratitude prayer. This could be meditation. This could be writing down all the things you're grateful for. Spend 10 minutes a day with gratitude. It will change your brain. Number 4 is visualize your goals. I do this on my computer where I want to visually see everything I'm creating in my life, and I can also edit that because it's on my computer. I love this time. Step number 4 is probably my favorite part of this whole morning process. Number 5 is working out. I work out from home to save time so I don't have to drive anywhere, and I can spend more time on number 6, which is learning. If I spend 1 hour every single day learning and reading, I can usually knock out 1 book a week. And then number 7 is planning. I've already done my weekly planning for the week, so number 7 should be lighter because it's just a daily plan. And I'll open it up, then I'll look at my phone, see what calls and texts I have for the day, schedule accordingly, and then go from there. If you're currently struggling with procrastination, self-sabotage, self-doubt, anxiety, stress, getting overwhelmed, depression, paralysis by analysis, here's something that made a huge impact in my life with these obstacles. So think about a time when you've achieved success. Maybe it's one of your greatest achievements ever in your life. And I want you to think about, what was your mindset when you accomplished that thing? What was your body language like? What was your attitude? How was your confidence? How did you talk? And the next time that you're getting overwhelmed or you're feeling down or you're depressed or you have anxiety, don't focus too much on how you're actually gonna do that thing that you're trying to do. Focus on the who. Think back to the time when you've had a high amount of success and who you were as part of that process, and then go be that person. And when you focus on the who, you get out of your mind and you get to your heart. And sometimes we can get too stuck if we're in our mind because we get overwhelmed with the how. And it's really our heart that's going to help us get out of that slump and get going. So the next time you're getting bogged down, think about your time that you absolutely just crushed it and killed it and who you were, and go be that person. There's always these times in our life where we're just facing a wall of obstacles, right? And we're just in so much pain. And we're like, why is this here? Why is this happening? And one thing that I've learned is that anytime we're in a lot of pain or we're facing a lot of resistance, that's where growth is truly taking place. Anytime I'm comfortable, I'm usually not growing, right? And I love the quote that says, to get something you've never got, you're gonna have to do something you've never done. And that requires facing that turbulence, that resistance, that pain. Usually when you're feeling that pain, it's because you're not used to it. It's like going to the gym. If you're used to lifting a certain amount of weight, you get used to it. You get comfortable with it. It starts to become easy. And then when you want to move up to that next level, maybe you're trying to gain muscle, whatever it is, that next level up is really hard. There's a lot of resistance there, but that's where you're going to grow, right? It's like the quote that says, hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and then weak men create hard times. If you're stuck in the good times, if you're stuck in the comfort, that's what's going to make you weak. To become strong, you have to face the hard times. And when you become strong, that's what creates the good times. And you can see that cycle. So for me, this has just helped me put it in perspective that when you're facing those hard times, you're about to grow. I'll never forget this moment I had is when I was building my first company, and I just wasn't passionate about the product or the industry. I didn't really care about either of them. And I was like, how am I going to get through this? And I came across this quote from Mark Cuban that totally changed the next 4 years for me. He said, when you work hard at something, you become good at it. When you become good at doing something, you'll enjoy it more. When you enjoy it, there's a very good chance you'll become passionate about it. When you're good at something, passionate, and even work harder to excel and be the best at it, good things will happen. And so I just remember distinctly thinking, you know what? I'm just going to go work hard. Just see what happens from there. I started working hard. Oddly enough, I started to enjoy it and develop a passion for it. And it was more about the process versus the product or the industry. And I just became obsessed with being the best at it. And that opened up so many doors of opportunity. So if you're stuck and you're like, man, follow your passions, whatever, I think that's a load of crap. Just go jump in no matter what you're doing, what field, what product you're selling, and just work hard at it. And that's step number one. And then when you work hard at it, I promise you'll start to enjoy it. And then you can open up the door to passion. And if you're working hard, you're enjoying it, and you're passionate, great things will happen. Hang in there. One of the bigger things I've learned the last couple years is about goals and standards and expectations. I've had the opportunity to sit down with hundreds of individuals and help them set their goals and help them try and create what they want to create in their life. And I've noticed a good majority end up not hitting their goals. And I find it so fascinating when you usually look at why and you can really identify it. And the truth is, in life, you don't get what you want, but you always get what you tolerate. Sometimes you're going to hit your goals, sometimes you won't, but you'll always get what you tolerate. And this is your standards. This is your expectations. Think about your fitness state right now. That could be, just how you look overall physically. I guarantee it's because it's what you're okay with in your life. It's probably not where you want to be, which is your goal, but you're probably at your standard. Same thing with your income. Whatever you're making in your life right now is what you're okay making. And that's why you're making that number. Same thing with your relationships. If you're in a crappy relationship, it's because you're okay with that. You're okay with that expectation. You're okay with that standard. We'll always fall to the level of our standards and expectations. And so if you want to raise up in your life and performance and what you're trying to create, raise your standards and your expectations, not your goals.